Turn up a little bit.
And we're back at 8:38 with today's health. And this morning, a radical new treatment for kids who suffer from multiple food allergies. Here's NBC's Kristen Dahlgren.
The carefree silliness of a 10-year-old. Not long ago, a speck of her favorite whipped cream could have cost Tessa Grosso her life.
What were you allergic to?
Wheat, eggs, nuts, tree nuts and peanuts, and shellfish. And
That's a lot.
yeah.
Tessa wasn't even 2 years old when spilled milk put her into anaphylactic shock.
Were there times when you thought she would die?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you process the whole thing, you walk out and think, my God, if I wasn't there, and if I were 5 minutes later, she would have been dead.
And when you get that call,
It's awful. When you get there and your daughter's in your wife's arms, they're barely looking at you. It took years off.
Despite extraordinary vigilance, Tessa had more life-threatening episodes, taking a physical and emotional toll.
She probably had 5 panic attacks a day. She didn't want to leave the house. She stopped eating.
Did you always feel different than the other kids?
definitely. Some people actually teased me, which is really weird because, like, there isn't really something different. Except I just can't eat up something.
Mm-hmm.
But I did feel different.
That had to be hard, I'm sure.
Kim and I had gotten to the point where we'd said, we have to do this because we already know what can happen.
This was a first, a treatment that would tackle most of Tessa's food allergies at once.
The first time my mom and I were walking in, I actually said to her,
If I die, this is your fault.
because she was the one who told me I should do it.
Lift. There you go. You itching or tingling? Okay, cut and lick it off.
Dr. Kari Nadeau at Lucille Packard Children's Hospital heads the study.
This is called oral immunotherapy. We give back to the patient the very same thing that they're allergic to, and that might seem paradoxical. However, we start with very small doses, and we work up and we increase the dose about every 25% every 2 weeks.
I like applesauce.
New York Times reporter Melanie Thernstrom wrote about this new multiple food treatment after watching her son almost die.
This treatment is really amazing. Dr. Nadeau doesn't use the words cure because she's a scientist and she's very careful, so they use the word desensitizing the child and having them tolerate the food. But the fact is, from a parent point of view, it is a cure. Your child is eating the food, and as long as your child eats the food every day, they're done with their allergies.
On Tessa's last day of treatment, she celebrated like most kids do.
You are the first one in the country, in the world, to do this.
Wow.
That's really proud of you.
What's the biggest change?
The biggest change is that I don't have to be scared anymore.
She's
and
beautiful.
I don't have as much anxiety, and I can just be a normal kid.
For today, Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Mountain View, California.
And you can learn more about the treatment and how to manage food allergies on our website, today.com. Coming up next, Gerard Butler on his new